So obviously it's a very complex detail in terms of the deal that's been achieved. I think the first thing to say is that we need to work our way through all of that. Everybody's trying to digest the detail and what actually it means in practical terms. I myself have been engaging with the business community over the past couple of hours just to hear their initial views, but certainly they're very much of the standpoint that it is complex, to say the least. They're very much of the view that it leads to I suppose a lot of uncertainty for them in terms of what it means practically on a day-to-day basis. For our point of view, in the first instance, we wanted to say that we welcome the fact that there has been a deal achieved. And the other thing to say, I suppose, is the fact that there's nothing good to come from Brexit. The people here did not consent to Brexit. And whenever this problem arose, we made the case very strongly for special designated status. We said that we needed to protect the Good Friday Agreement. We said that we needed to ensure there was no return to a hard border. We said that we needed continued access to the customs union and the single market. We said there needed to be no veto afforded to the DUP and to political unionism in the Assembly. And that remains the position. I think that what we need to see now is more clarity. I and Chris Hazard actually will travel to Dublin now, and we're going to meet with the Taoiseach, where we will seek clarity around the things that have been outlined and see exactly what it means. But ultimately, at the end of the day, this is about protecting Irish interests. This is about protecting the needs of the people who live here on this island. I think there's been a lot of misconfusion, maybe even a lot of misrepresentation around the principle of consent, which refers to the constitutional position, and then parallel consent in the Assembly. So what it appears to be in this document is that they're referring to the fact that after the transition period and the period of 4 years, that the Assembly will have the choice on a majority basis, not a cross-community basis, in which to consent to remain in that situation. So that's again something which I want to further discuss with the Taoiseach. I ultimately always said that we tried to find an Irish solution to an English problem. That was special designated status. That initially was the backstop. What we've seen today needs to be digested further. We need to examine it in detail. I want assurances from the Taoiseach. I want to hear from him directly just around the Irish Government's assessment of all of this. But I mean, clearly there are challenges still remain, and ultimately, in my opinion, the solution to the Brexit mess ultimately will be Irish unity.